Everybody, come on in. X's and Knowles presented by Knowles247.com. I know you're excited about this one. FSU versus Pitt film review. It's Adam Brown. It's Kevin Little. It's Trey Rowland. We promised you guys on the instant reaction that we'd go through the gory details, and here we are, men of our word. Today, the offense was largely fine against pretty decent Pitt defense. So today, we're going to show you how much we really love you guys. We're going to be looking at the defensive film from this performance. God help us all. Kev, roll that footage. I mean, the story of
bottle of bleach.
Yeah, the story of the game, guys. Inability, any sort of coverage, and you can't run zones. You have to run way more man than Tony White would like, and they found matchups that they took advantage of you.
Peeling back the curtain, we've been sitting here for about 35 minutes talking about just the program in general.
Anything else but this.
And literally anything but trying to start this. And I mean, really, this game just boils down to they don't have enough talent on that side of the ball.
Yeah, I mean, they run a little stunt here. I think this is Rawls.
Yeah, he's talented.
Yeah, he does a really good job setting the edge.
Yep.
Cutting that back inside to help.
And he plays hard, too. He's one of the few physical presences on this defense, which is nice to see. He's got Pitt motioning to a bunch set because, of course.
Yeah, they did bunch a lot. So this little bunch set.
Why wouldn't you?
So FSU's kind of, cover 3.
But there you go, dude. Jabril, my guy.
Yeah, he looks really good.
3rd and 7. I bet we get him off the field.
See, when we say talent, I want to clarify that it's not talent all over the field, but it's just a roster where you have a lot of talent in some places and not a lot of talent in whole position groups. That makes finding answers really tough.
Yes, overall, Florida State is much more talented than Pittsburgh. And as you will see over the film, they were still able to take a massive talent advantage with their backs against your linebackers, and they leveraged it the entire game. So like you said, Kev, Florida State's talented. The talent distribution is not very evenly distributed.
Like here you're in kind of a Tampa 2 where this guy's kind of sitting in this. You're kind of doing a layered coverage, so that's kind of popular right now, where this guy's kind of be looking for crossers in this kind of deeper mid area. It does a good job of covering. Let's say if they wanted to do mesh and they have a sitter right there, you could kind of cover all 3 of them. One of the problems I have is this 3rd and 4. Your linebacker allows himself to ride this distance, which would be fine normally, but he's got help here. But I just don't understand why you're setting your zones 10 yards off the ball on a 3rd and 4. Or I guess it's 3rd and 7.
It's 3rd and 7, actually.
Yeah, 3rd and 7. They're okay. I'm okay with their depths. What I find appalling is the angles which we play with here. Why Herring is crossing over the hash there doesn't make sense to me. And then you overrun the quarterback and allow him to cut back and should be working together with Blake.
Yeah, they don't seem to be on the same page. Or really, they don't seem to have a great understanding of where his help is. He doesn't seem to know where his help is. He doesn't seem to understand that he's got to keep his outside shoulder free no matter what happens.
Yeah, he barely understands what he's supposed to do and where he's supposed to be, let alone where his other guys are positioned around and behind him.
You get him to 4th and 1, I mean, in the end. But, again, it's just so many extra yards that you end up giving up because of bad angles. And
right, a good angle, you make this guy slide right about.
Yeah, you just didn't need to.
There.
Shuffle inside.
He didn't need to come off the hash. He's good on the hash.
He's got to understand where his help is.
4th and 1. Of course they're going for it.
Yeah, they motion into a bunch set.
Quads.
Yeah. Passing strength.
Yep. And then you're in man coverage and
they catch it in man.
Pick.
Which just makes you think, is there a bunch? Sure. Why is he creeping up in the B gap if he's manned on this guy? I just don't understand.
Yeah, feels like he's misaligned. And then, we saw Miami do this against Blake too, on a short yardage situation like this.
Yeah, because
teams right now know that the flats out of bunch are free access.
Yeah, it's a free 5 or 6. And like you said, he's not even, I don't know why he's lined up there. He's not simulating pressure. Tony White likes to simulate pressure on those type of downs. He wasn't doing that. He's just in the wrong spot. Go ahead, man.
On this play, like they're attacking linebackers, period. End of story. Throwing the flats, attacking linebackers. Blake Nicholson comes up hard. He does an okay job, but he's setting the edge to set the edge. He's not actually winning, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like he's going upfield just to turn him inside, but that's not an accomplishment if inside is not that inside,
Why is the help so far away? Like, I guess they just got you by numbers on that side, Adam, when they motion into it. I don't know.
Gosh, and then you got this corner doing a great job coming up. He sees it fast. He's there.
Yeah, Herring I'm assuming it's Herring is just he's late to get here.
Yeah, Herring needs to be there, and he needs to put up a better fight getting upfield. But I mean, yeah, Blake Nicholson's, I guess, not the problem. Either the safety needs to be here. Needs to be here.
I don't know where the inside help is because those two guys do a pretty good job, especially Jerry Wilson. I don't know. To me, it seems like the attack against Florida State is throw a bunch of like bodies and then put them in the way of an FSU linebacker, and then you have a free 8 yards. Like teams are just throwing junk at FSU out of bunch sets, and they know that we're not going to cover it the right way or have any checks to deal with it.
All right, so
they're banjoing here. So he's going to man up the first one outside. He's going to man up the first one inside.
And we got two guys. I'm not sure who this is, but I think it's Herring because of the towel.
It's Herring and Nicholson.
He doesn't seem to have any idea what he's supposed to be doing here.
Yeah, no, I think what's supposed to happen, I don't think this is on Herring. I think they're probably whichever side this running back releases, the other one's spying the quarterback.
He's looking directly at the quarterback. Well, is Herring in a good position here to spy on the quarterback, or he knows that it's just
what I'm saying is that
back?
I think he might be the one that picks up the running back, and then he gets confused because Blake picks up the running back.
Okay, so it could be either way. It's a linebacker screw up, probably. We're just not sure which one.
Yeah, and either way, this isn't what you should do by default. Drop into no man's land.
And then the coverage by the DBs was pretty good.
I just don't understand how
they're
this confused. They're this lost.
And coverage.
This shit's not that difficult.
No, you're getting befuddled by meat and potatoes offensive concepts pretty much for the past month now.
You know what I love is that you have 3 one-on-one matchups against, I guess this is a double team. This is kind of a one-on-one with a chip. But you have 2 one-on-one matchups against Pitt's offensive line, and you just got nothing.
Yeah, no pressure from the left side at all.
This dude can just sit in this pocket all day.
That's Amari Williams, and who is that? Darryl Jackson?
Yep.
Any quarterback's going to look like an All-American if he has no pressure in his face.
It's a great point.
So it's like hard to blame the coverage too much when, gosh,
they can't disengage very well. They can't disengage.
Brought in a nose tackle to teach pass rush.
Yeah. All right.
I'm kidding, obviously, but
yeah. Oof.
It's funny when you say it out loud.
Yeah, he just cuts outside.
Yeah, so they catch you in a stunt. You're kind of
doing this a lot.
Trying to do this, but the stunt doesn't catch because this guy gets knocked.
He never gets there. They do this a couple times. They just never get there.
Yeah, but this guy gets locked up before he can loop, and this guy gets locked up before he can make it outside. So neither guy gets their spot, and you end up this mess where there's nobody defending anything.
Looks like they had space if they ran it inside or outside there.
And then Earl Little does a good job of coming up and making a tackle. Cleaning it up.
Yeah.
But to be honest, that is kind of the risk you play if you're going to play a lot of games.
Yep.
And why are they playing games?
I mean, that is
because
Tony
they
White's
don't have the
style.
talent on the defensive line.
Well, that's what Tony White does anyway. But yeah, I mean, they're having to play more
to
games,
this
take more chances
extent,
because
though, right?
I mean, they were pretty heavy at Nebraska.
Yeah,
Point.
it is the thing.
Correct.
Yeah,
They put some pressure on that play.
yeah, looks good.
Yeah, they bring a run.
Good job by Juice. Very physical play from your linebacker there.
Yeah, Nicholson does a good job scraping over the top.
Well, 31's not in.
It makes a big difference.
It seems to.
Ashlyn Barker, I believe that is Ashlyn Barker's
27. Yep.
All right, cover 3.
Look how much leverage you get. What is that?
What do you see there, Adam?
Absolute lack of effort
From
Elijah Herring. This is the one where he's got to use the sideline, bro.
This is unacceptable.
Come on, brother.
Honestly, if I was a Division I head coach and I saw someone take this angle and not be able to make this play, that's unplayable.
You can't play this. And then dude, you let him get around you after a massive negative play.
This isn't an athletic position.
I think, dude, he's
jumping into his breakdown. This is textbook what you don't want to do.
I don't think he's super athletic anyway, but there's something going on with the way he's playing that he's playing even less athletic. Then you get him into a manageable fourth after the screwed up speed option, and it's like,
yeah, I don't want to. This isn't bash Elijah Herring Day. I genuinely think the coaches are just not putting in a position to succeed.
No, I mean, this isn't, and we've said it for the past couple games, right? Like, this isn't what he's not good at this. Stop asking him to do this. This is coaching malpractice at this point, and it ain't the kid's fault. I think. Okay.
Gosh, people can just do this on you. I don't know why, but they don't often seem to have someone scraping over the top of these things. This is what Alabama did to you.
Well, Edwin gets caught looking at the guy going out to the flat, and then...
Yeah, let's look at all 22. The overhead. Yeah, I don't know what 3's looking at.
What is he doing? That guy's covered.
Yeah, I don't know in what world.
Man route.
What do you do?
I think this was a designed run all the way.
What are you doing, man? That guy's covered.
I think they had something scouted here where they knew they could get the edge here.
We've been talking about the forcing units on this team all year long. This is not new.
No.
Yeah, Miami did something similar where you put 2 linebackers out here or 2 tight ends out here, and they know they're going to get Blake Nicholson, and they know they can just get his outside and
just bulldoze the edge, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Edwin's a kid that's a corner. Like, he's a corner that's transitioned to a field safety. I mean, it's just not natural for him.
Oh, so much space, and you just give it to him. And you've said that since even the Bama game, Adam. You said he didn't have a great game.
I mean, this is straight out of the Bama game. Bama did this. The first drive they ran down, it just wasn't. It was Williams. It wasn't Nicholson. It's the same idea.
And teams just put these safeties into a force situation and watch their heads spin.
This kid will take the free yardage.
I'm telling you, there are high school teams that could put 50 on this defense.
What happens here? Why so much space? Like, what coverages are they playing? Why is this quarterback finding it so easy to manufacture yards like he did all game?
Look at that pass rush.
Yeah, there's no pass rush.
Oh, God, 5 gets mugged, dude. No edge presence.
Because here's what teams do. They put a tight end in, and they chip whoever they think is the one quality pass rusher that's in right now. So his pass rush gets all screwed up, and there is nobody else that can rush the passer.
Yeah. And they're only rushing 3, and yet there's still no Garnett anywhere near this quarterback until 6 yards down the field.
Well, I mean, they're all in zone drops, right? They're they're hoping that there's some pocket created that forces this guy out and they can rally, But he just kind of like there's.
Okay, well, why is he drifting so much when the guy in the middle of the field is covered? I don't.
The guy behind him. I mean, they're
Why is Stephon drifting so much? Like that guy, the only guy to his inside, I guess to make that throw more difficult for the guy behind him.
He doesn't know what's going on, right? He's in a drop. He doesn't know if this guy's doing that, right?
He's reading the quarterback's eyes at this point,
and this is kind of his priority first, right? If he were to just eat up here, this guy's.
So this is just a defensive line failure.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I mean,
sick. All right, we're taking turns on who's failing each play. Yeah, I guess. They lost the play when Lions gave up the edge that bad.
I mean, to be fair, you're playing 3 down because your second level defenders, your linebackers and safeties of the second level are so bad. You need more of them because you're getting destroyed on the second level.
That's a good point.
It's a good play.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or it's just a really bad play by Pitt.
I'd say Stephon caused a lot of conflict there.
All right. It's been a long drive. Mesh.
Do they cover it pretty well?
They do, but
what? These pass rush lanes.
Yeah, it's the pass rush lanes. That's the problem. Oh, they were trying to stunt. They have not pulled off a successful stunt this whole game.
God, and they looked really crisp on him during game 1.
I think he's supposed to sell upfield and then go around, and he just gets stuck.
God, that happens all the time.
There's Kevin winning there.
53 blocks Desir and Stephon Thompson for a little bit. That's gross, dude.
Yeah.
Meatloaf, what are you doing, brother?
To be honest, I don't know why Stephon Thompson needs to go 7 yards upfield before he starts.
Yeah, it's bad technique.
Stunting in.
Yeah.
But he's been part of the system. He knows this.
I'm not sure he's stunting.
Are you not? Then what is going on?
I think they're just individual pass rushing, and there's no lane integrity.
Well, dude, if they're not stunting, then Desir gets annihilated on that. And then who's that? Who's 55?
Kevin Wynn.
Yeah, I mean,
you got 2 true freshmen out there.
That's
Wynn,
right.
who's missed weeks of the preseason.
That's true. It's the talent thing we were talking about, man. This is not how you ideally want to play kids this young.
Yeah, when you've had your head in your ass recruiting wise for 6 years.
All right, so you got McCray in the interior along with Darryl. They're zone blocking you.
Gosh, they know they're getting a linebacker.
And they got is that Cryer setting the edge?
They know that they're going to have a safety in force, and it's lights out.
Yeah, linebacker's your edge, and then safety having to come down here.
I mean, teams just know they're going to have a leverage advantage over there against you, and then they're going to have a one-on-one with a secondary player because you're going to put a linebacker as your force player, and then the safety is going to be behind him.
Yep. Which
that's what safeties don't do. I mean,
Cryer does his job. He
makes
pulls his double team down with him.
Dude, he set a better edge flopping around on the ground than Lions did the one play before. Like, I'm with you. Like, what more can you ask Juice to do there?
Not be put in that position.
Oh, and then what's Kirkland doing? What the hell are all of them doing?
This is when Earl misses the tackle in the hole.
What's such a shame is this is the first huge actual win by your defensive line this drive. Daniel Lyons is great here.
Yeah, that is nice. And then
it bounces this way outside. Like right here, you're thinking this is big, right? Like this should be a big negative play for Pitt. Oh, and I mean, I don't even know if Kirkland's that wrong.
No, you're right. He's forcing him up inside where Earl should have a kill shot, and he's passive and misses it.
But
Yeah,
again,
good call.
it goes back to that idea with Nicholson earlier. Just because you're setting the edge doesn't mean you're setting a good edge, right? You got to fight to set that edge to help your guys out, right? Like,
I think he set a pretty good edge there, personally.
And he's against what, a tight end there? Like, that's a tough physical matchup.
He forces it back inside, and he forces a strong, a hard jump cut, like literally right to Earl. How do you not make that tackle?
Yeah, that's your leader of the defense too. Yeah, I agree.
Bring your feet. Don't lunge. Bring your feet.
The problem with Kirkland is that it looks so
wrap
funky.
Him up there and drive your feet.
Yeah, it looks so funky, and he's janky, and he's all over the place, but he kind of does his job. And then Earl just.
Another point is that I don't think Juice Cryer's gap is here.
I was going to say, what's he jumping inside for?
Yeah, he jumps inside, which then, like, if he fights out here, then he could occupy that tight end, and it's a different story entirely.
A little bit of hero ball.
And because he occupies that tight end, now they can set up this lane here. But still need to make the tackle.
Yeah, that's the most egregious. It's just another example of Florida State players on defense inexplicably taking themselves out of the play.
Gosh, this is like watching 2020 defense. Just no one's in the right place.
They had a bunch of guys there to get. I don't know what Pitt was running there, but we had a numbers advantage.
They were trying to get a one-on-one with your corner. I mean, a more athletic linebacker makes this tackle here, though.
Great play by Rawls.
Yep, Rawls killing it. They're trying to ISO him. Man, Pitt's not doing anything. They're just putting your guys. You've given them matchups.
Oh my word, that is very open.
Oh yeah. You got man coverage, and for some reason,
I mean, the guy who's got the running back.
It's got to be the safety, right, AB? What else is he doing?
And then they're just terrified because
unless he's the rat, and this guy was supposed to be on the running back.
And maybe because Nicholson,
we've seen Blake screw up so much already tonight or today or whatever during this game that nothing's going to shock me.
Well, I mean, is the agreed, like, is Blake should have made the play, right, on the quarterback?
I mean, Jesus, what an unathletic play.
From your best athlete at linebacker, the one of the high recruited kids.
Man, if he's
my God.
If he's got 3 to the flats, there's nothing.
And then he's getting juked out of his shoes like Heinschel is Lamar Jackson. Like, well, come on, guys. He's not that good.
I don't want to hear about we got to simplify. Come on, man.
Bro, that's what I was driving.
This is man.
That's a Mike Norvell special. How many times do we hear Adam Fuller say we've got to simplify things? That it's clearly the Mike Norvell special.
Dude,
go
ahead, Kev.
That's why everybody's been saying stuff about Tony White. And yeah, I agree this defense is terrible, but this defense looks like a lot of the problems that Adam Fuller was having, which makes me think that there's some directive from over top that's helping guide this.
What do you mean? But it's like, how do you get more simple than I've got number
I just
25, I've got number 0. Man is as simple as it gets. How do you get more simple than man?
This is man free out of an under front. This is what every high school in the country runs.
Look at that.
Just make a gosh darn play. And they're motioning guys out to the flat every single play almost. All right, you get something done here.
Great job, defensive line. Great job, Juice Cryer.
Okay, you got James Williams on the edge. Let's see what he does. That's okay. He turns around for some reason, but
yeah, I don't know where James Williams decides to go.
Who's the dude that got across 71's face? Who's the tackle opposite Lions? Because that's a great play.
Yeah, huge play by him.
whoever that is that Daryl?
Yeah.
No, that's McCray.
No,
It's
that's
Deontay
McCray.
McCray. Really good play. Really,
Yeah, when
really
he's not
nice
being asked to
play.
be a pass rusher, he's a.
No, dude, that's a great rip move. He screwed it all up. That's awesome. Good for him.
I actually think these defensive line in the run game looks really good.
Oh my God, that was open.
All right, so
Trying to play zone.
well, no.
Okay. Then
It
what the
is
hell?
some kind of man coverage here, because you can see they.
Then what the hell is the linebacker doing?
And this guy follows man.
Uh-huh. What's the guy at the 45-yard line doing then?
Well, I'm going to assume that the corners and safeties screw this up. I mean, you got to think that they're doing the same thing. This is mirrored coverage, probably.
Gotcha.
The corner probably should be chasing, and the safety should be.
Oh yeah, and you could see Barker peeling off at the very end. I think that was a boo-boo. You're right.
Yeah, if you imagine this versus this,
Mhm.
this versus this.
Yeah, but because it's coming from the back, and I think it screws the safety up because he's not considering the back as number 2.
Yep.
Gotcha.
So the safety's just eyes are nowhere.
It seems like a miss ID.
Yeah, you can tell by the way. I guess he hops back.
Yeah, because I doubt that it's man across the board with 1/2 safety. That doesn't make sense.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, I think that's probably on Barker. And you have kind of 2 underneath zones, and you're playing catch man everywhere else.
Which I guess the underneath zones kind of makes sense too with the quarterback with how many yards he's gotten on you on the first drive.
Right. I think this is actually a pretty decent coverage idea, right? Instead of having deep safeties, you have kind of these underneath zones, and everybody else is kind of playing a soft coverage to keep everything to force underneath, right? This is I think a decent call. It's just
well, Ashlyn Barker's been playing football for you for a long time. They can never all just do their job at the same time. All right,
they just run a coverage, man. Just everybody. Pitt's not running anything.
No,
that's a wheel out of the backfield, my man. How is that not part of like scout team that you guys are running this against?
Yeah, it's meat and taters.
All right, this 3rd down, I think.
A billion years to throw. Nice clean pocket to step up into. Of course.
One of the Desirs gets put into coverage.
Yeah, there's 90 out there.
Yeah, and he actually looks pretty good out there.
Yeah, he does a decent job. He just doesn't need to come running forward as hard as he does.
Hey, I'm just glad to see someone on the 2nd level go somewhere with an intention.
Yeah, and they're all defensive linemen because that's 93 too. You got both the Sears in coverage.
I have to wonder what this guy's job is because it looks like cover 3 to me, which makes me think that he's playing that like
the rat.
Remember that kind of triangle that we saw earlier, and I just think he's really slow to get there.
Ugh, it's gross, dude. Drop like how many people did they drop into coverage? 9?
8. Let's drop 8. I don't have an answer in terms of,
but it's drop 8 even when you're dropping some of the defensive linemen into coverage too.
Yeah, because they bring a linebacker.
Oh, okay.
Blake Nicholson, who just gets. That's another thing is Nicholson just gets dug out of here, so there's no middle presence,
and he steps right up into that space that's got vacated, and you're dropping 8, and you're still
so now
apart.
Now they essentially get to high-low your defensive tackle in space, right? Like how he cannot be right here.
He needed to be more patient.
Yeah. You force the run and then you rally. But you're asking a defensive tackle to have to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Which, like, again, I don't hate the call. Like, you're kind of getting desperate here and doing funky things. I hate that your linebacker just gets whooped.
It's so easy, dude. It's so easy on 3rd and 4th.
Losing
for them.
plays.
Yeah, they're just kind of losers, dude.
Mike Norvell special.
This
What
something
happens
good
here?
happens here.
Yeah, but okay.
Whoa! Where's the edge, James Williams?
They're stunting again.
They're
Are
stunting.
they?
Yeah. They
But
do
what
this.
gets me is they never get that. This guy
That kid
never
never
gets,
gets
the
out
edge.
there.
He needs to get the edge, like non-negotiable. And we can say, oh, they hold here, but everybody's doing it against you.
But you have to be so desperate to get to the edge as the inside guy, right, Adam?
It's like your only job.
Yeah, you got to fight to get there.
And now you're forcing your safety to make a tackle out in space. So
Which he
make
did,
your
though.
safeties.
Which
Yeah.
he did.
Okay, I mean, they are supposed to do that, but
You're running 2 off into the flat. You get a conversion.
All right, now you're just in base cover 3.
I mean,
Seems
this
like
is as country cover 3 as you can get.
Yep. Seems like they're okay just being in these kind of deeper drops and rallying. That's typical.
This is what we saw when we watched the Nebraska play Indiana. This is the stuff that Indiana did against them. Just took 3-yard throws and broke a tackle and managed to get 6, 7, 8 yards on every flipping play.
And this is like a philosophy thing. The teams are going to be able to do this all year, right?
They have the last 3 weeks.
There's very little here that I see that is special to Pitt's personnel, other than a couple plays, admittedly, their quarterback makes.
Shovel pass is always dirty.
Yeah, that's a fun play.
This play works like every time
on that one.
Yeah, and it's 4th down, yet another fourth and like 1 or 2 or whatever, and it's a good play. But you already getting them to 4th and 1 and 2 on your own side of the field. You already lost. Oh
yeah,
God!
that's so hard to defend.
Does Earl get what happened? Who gets the guy? Yeah, this sucks, dude. Sorry, Earl.
Yeah, he gets a guard up on him.
He gets flopped on.
You just need to win up front. You just don't win up front. And they've got angles on you here. Like, look, I get it. But Daniel Hines has been in this program for a few years now. Like, he's a good. I've certainly talked him up. He needs to win a 1-on-1
on 4th and short,
even against the down block sometimes.
On 4th and short, look at that beautiful pocket. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
31 finally gets back in the game. It's his time to shine. Ready for action.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but Pitt's offensive line is pedestrian, correct?
They had their backup left tackle in.
Sick.
Yeah, so as much as I want to say, like, oh, you know, like, this isn't Elijah Herring. He's in man coverage on a running back. Like, that's...
He's not good at it. He's showing
he's
you
going to lose that
foot
foot race, right?
And
like, that's any linebacker in the country.
But he's gonna show you that he's lost this battle all year, and he's in that's what we talked about before. It's like you're putting that kid in that situation. It's an L, but God, the defensive line stinks.
Well, he's losing that battle because you got to run man coverage, and you don't want to run man coverage,
there you
can't run zone because these guys can't process. Like,
because you need to simplify. That's why. This is what simplified defense looks like when you can't get to the
how much man coverage did Tony White run in the past 2 years?
I will say it feels odd that they're playing 2-man with these guys sitting on the hashes. It makes me think they're actually playing cover 4, which means he should probably peel off.
Yeah, they're not playing cover 4 though. We know.
Yeah, but I don't understand whether. I guess they're more worried about this post shot than they are about any sort of corner. But I think the bigger problem, to be honest, is that this quarterback has 5 seconds to let this wheel develop out of the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
He has all day. You might as well be playing 7 on.
Is that 97? Is that Jenkins? Let's see how he's recovered from his injury. Daniel Lyons doesn't disengage.
You have 4 guys that are. No one's winning.
There's no interior pressure, and your edges are slow. You're dead.
It's a pretty good defensive line against the run. I'll say that.
Yeah, for sure.
Against the pass, there's no pass rush. All right, better job. You got a 3-man rush.
Daryl's getting doubled.
Omar Graham does a good job.
Okay. 3-yard gain. That's about as good as you're going to get. You're running 3 down again. Tony White's trying to do a bunch of different stuff. Glad they didn't catch that.
I don't understand dropping 10 yards when you got 3 deep safeties. I just don't get it. I get you're worried about the intermediate throws.
Dude, you're dropping that deep on 2nd and 7 when they're on their own 5-yard line.
Like, I get it if it's a cover 2 something, but this is a cover 3.
Yeah, just whatever. He missed it, so.
That flat is easy yards. Quads.
They don't convert this, do they? Oh my God, I hate this team so much. Jesus God, dude.
Not only do they convert it
easily.
Oh, this is the
Spy guy.
Yep.
Spy guy. What are you doing, spy guy? This is now they don't want to get deep. Now they don't want to get deep on 3rd and long.
I think the announcer even pointed this out.
Yeah.
All right, main coverage.
He jumps it for some reason.
You actually do a fairly good job on this main coverage across the board. Oh, no, never mind. Earl Little gets whooped.
Where is he? Let me see that.
Oh, no.
That's a good place to be.
But yeah, it's just okay. We're complaining about your linebackers playing too deep, and the spy for this quarterback who's gassed you on the ground all day on 3rd and long. You're like riding the defensive line and jumping to the wrong side for some reason. This is the time where you decide not to play deep as a linebacker for FSU.
I love that our pass rush lanes are so bad, and we can't keep pass rush integrity so much that we have to spy a guy that runs like a 5.2 40.
And you made him look and you gave up honestly like 100 rushing yards on the ground to him. When you take out the sack
you should not have to spy this guy. Your defensive line should be able to.
No, dude, they're just getting manipulated off track, dude, because they got no juice in the pass rush. So they're trying to do whatever they can, and they're getting thrown out of their holes.
Yep, that's exactly right, right? Like, none of them are winning. So, like, Amari Williams isn't winning. So he's sitting here. He's got his eyes on the quarterback. He has no actual leverage. The only way he can get around is going this way, which just vacates that part of the field. And Blake Nicholson is just doing Blake Nicholson things over here.
This is so brain dead by him. On like this is so bad, dude. Oh
like
God, he falls for good measure.
It's one of those things where it's like, okay, we can blame the defensive coordinator, but jeez, man, he called a spy.
Good thing JP's been recruiting the last 6 years.
He probably kept Randy Shannon a little too long as well.
I think. And Odell.
Yeah, it just rinse and repeat.
And him. And I mean, come on.
Oh, God, what happened, dude? You look like
I know what it looks like. I know what it's supposed to look like.
Tell you what, you don't know what setting an edge looks like, my brother, because you've given that up all day.
Mari, don't jump inside him, Mari. Don't take the bait.
Took the bait. How are your corners your best run defenders?
Brother. It's poison. We'll take that bait.
Oh, Shamar.
Hey, I mean, he got sold down the river by his defensive end.
Yes, he did. Oh, there you go. A sack. How?
All out pressure.
Yeah, you literally bring 6.
You
literally bring more than they can blitz. That is the only they can block. That is the only way you've gotten pressure this game.
God, well, good job. Good job finding a lane for yourself, Juice.
You are in straight man cover 0 here.
I feel bad for Tony White.
Yeah, dude. I mean,
this is a desperate. You call cover 0 if you're a lunatic or you're desperate.
it's yeah, you do start to feel kind of bad for him too, man. Like that's what you're spied up. However, it's an athleticism thing. They're also playing with dog crap technique. I mean, you can put that on the coaches, right, guys?
Yeah, I guess.
You don't think so?
Maybe not the brand new coaches. You know, like how much do you expect them to be able to teach in one off season to some of these guys that have been in this program for 3 or 4 years that shouldn't have these issues?
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, for some of them, yes. There is coaching problems. Like I'm not full like these guys have no issues, right? Like
yeah, maybe it's not just you're trying to teach new stuff, you're also trying to undo bad stuff. And
We don't need to pause this play. We can keep going.
Yeah, I was trying to
make him
Cottrell is
freaking
I think he was out of place, but at least he did something aggressively. All right, corner blitz. Only guys that can tackle anybody on this team. Great job.
Real Rolls is an NFL guy.
He's a baller, dude.
Yeah, he's going to get paid a lot of money this offseason.
He plays aggressive. He's like you can actually see the confidence that he plays with, and it's so evident because nobody else does.
All right, man coverage.
You got in his face. I think this is a pick, right?
Zero pick, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, man coverage is one of your best looks right now.
Well, until they figure out that they can put that running back on your linebacker. But yes, I agree.
Look how much bet. Look at this spy. This is what a spy looks like.
And what I love about it too, Kev, is that it's not a passive spy. Once he knows that the guy's going to throw, it's like, oh, let me get in his face and affect the throw. And look what happens. This kid
isn't. Give him space.
He's not as good as we made him look all game, man.
You know, when every quarterback looks like an All-American, maybe it's a you problem.
I think Earl ran into a Pittsburgh head coach after he got the
Narduzzi deserves it.
Oh, here we go. Who made that play?
Jerry.
Probably Jerry Smith. Great job.
Yeah, Wilson, man. He does. Wilson's got a fast break. I will give him that.
He does.
All right, Wilson. Yeah, sorry.
Oh, a million years to throw.
Yeah.
Adam, are pass rush lanes supposed to look like that? The old Red Sea opening up?
I mean, you're rushing 3.
You're rushing 3.
You would love Darryl to. I just don't know what you do. I mean, you're rushing 3. I don't think there's anything the D-line can. I mean, you want him to win. You want him to win, but yeah,
are they playing man? Why is there so much? Why is that
zone? They're playing spot drop zone.
You just hope that your linebackers can break on this faster than the quarterback can take off.
They're just so deep. He's at almost 15 yards there.
Yeah, I don't understand why they're dropping so deep. To be fair, we criticized them against Alabama for not dropping deep enough, and now they're doing it, and this is the downside.
Yeah, I mean it's just drop 3, and as soon as he sees a linebacker turn their shoulders, he's taking off.
Oh, nice. But we also, when we said drop deep enough, I don't think we meant 15 yards though, right?
No. Well, I mean, there's times and scenarios where you need to, but.
So based off this first half, I would say you've shown that you need to run man coverage, period in a story. All right. This is.
Okay, so this is, you're coming out, we're in the second half now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we are not a second half team.
Wolf.
Yeah, they catch you. Got James Williams inside trying to run games.
He's frustrating player.
I mean, I think that's his gap. I just don't know
too much shit in Nebraska.
Yeah. And then 56 gets on your linebacker. Your linebacker.
You oh, that's a nice play by him.
Yep.
Unblocked.
But he played that with good technique, right?
Yeah.
We'd like for him to hit somebody instead of, grabbing shoulder pads. But
oh God, what happened? Oh boy. Oh boy.
it looks like
I think somebody just gets burned, dude.
We've got two guys spying again.
yeah, I don't know. No one picks up this running back after the motion. It looks like man coverage based off everybody else.
So that's Rawls' guy?
Oh, yeah. You can actually see them communicate. Look, they're saying banjo. They're saying switch. So I've got first guy outside. You've got first guy inside. And what they do is he delays, which tells him that he's got him.
He's just late?
But he
doesn't got him.
Right. He takes advantage of that leverage. And Rawls is expecting a quick out. And when he doesn't see it, he's toasted. So they might have scouted a quick out of this. And
yeah, you can see the way that he turns too. That's really slick. I mean, and they've also been killing you in the flats in the first half. So
there might have been something early on where they realized where they saw that this motion or something like that. We'd have to go back and watch it. But
we saw it a lot in the first half, Kev. They motioned and threw easy money out to the flats, and that kid kind of makes his first move outside to the flat and does a little spin, and then you're toast.
And so if you know they're in man, you know that they're probably going to run man because they ran it a lot successfully in the first half. Well, now, and you know that when they're in man, they banjo these kind of stacks. Well, now you can kind of take advantage of that leverage.
It's a really nice move by, is that Reed?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. They had you coach there.
And I guess you have two underneath guys, but neither one are defending anything.
No, they're just playing quarterback.
I've got to say,
why do you need two playing the quarterback?
Have you watched how he's run on them?
Yeah.
There's nothing that tells me that 31 and 20 should be in the game. So that's
especially together.
Well, you mean the Bash brothers?
Yeah, look at this Bash. All right.
Look at that Bash, dude. Oh my God.
We shouldn't be laughing. I mean, it's on the coaches.
They're not inside. They're not inside backers. They're not. And you keep putting them there at your own peril.
41 is a breath of fresh air out there.
Yeah, he knows where to be, and they figure
the
out they figure out that he's out there rather quickly.
See, this is how you defend all those little runs that we've been talking about. Your defensive line does something. It makes it a little bit harder for him and helps everybody else out. Just a little bit. You don't even make the tackle. Give me enough. Give me something.
The pocket's kind of collapsing. Sorta.
Yeah, good man coverage there.
Shamar
Arnu.
That is good coverage.
This is not good.
Oh, this is bad.
What are you doing? 8.
I want to watch the coverage first.
Go.
So what? Yeah, the coverage. This guy drops his man because he sees the quarterback has a free run on his side of the field.
Stay with your man, dude. Right? That's so undisciplined.
Why are your hands up when his back is to you?
I don't know why he dropped his, it wasn't like.
All right, I want to watch the end zone view.
Okay. Because they had guys in the area for Heinschel.
Man coverage, he brain farts it.
Yeah, Edwin didn't need to do that.
But it shouldn't have mattered. What are you doing?
Your hands up. I guess Mike was mad that this personnel package was in the game, but
yeah, dude, sting that guy. What do you he wasn't even about to throw, just hit him, brother. That's every defensive end's dream, particularly a big run-stopping defensive end. You're about to get a free sack.
We also have a spy on the quarterback here.
Yeah, that's another.
Daniel Lyons, speed. Get there, buddy. Why? 28 can spy. 28's.
Well, this is the wrong personnel package in, if I recall correctly from the explanation.
This is where I kind of agree with the simplicity stuff. Like, man, just bring 5 and have a spy that's a person that can show that he can spy.
I don't think 5's supposed to be the guy spying again. I think that it's supposed to be probably one of the Desir twins, but they got the wrong personnel package in the game for some reason.
They do have the wrong personnel package, and they still should have had a pretty easy sack tackle for loss with the wrong personnel package.
There were like 3 or 4 things that had to go wrong for Pitt to get a touchdown on this.
No, they all did.
And they all did.
The crazy part is if he just stays with his coverage, like he's not scoring there.
No, 100%.
There's nothing there. Yeah.
Edwin just for whatever. But dude, we keep saying the kids' names. They've done this all year. These same 3 or 4 kids we keep talking about have done it all year. You keep throwing them out there.
Again, the defensive line's good with run blocks.
It's the definition of insanity.
These pass rush lanes, man. I cannot stand this. What is this? Why? What are you trying to accomplish? You just run 2 guys out the play here. I don't think that's right.
Yeah,
it feels like someone needs to be back here.
That looks like a missed loop, right? Like, why do you go so far outside as 93 if somebody's not coming to fill the gap on your inside?
I don't know. Maybe this was like they design pressure. They thought they could pick up this tackle and get him around the edge. I don't know.
Well, then he's not hitting 50, but he's not hitting the tackle then, Kev. I don't.
Yeah, he's swimming back into the guard, which then doesn't.
It's weird looking.
It looks terrible.
This is how teams have pass-purred them all year, though.
Just be patient and watch them run into each other.
And 93,
four-man slide with a man on the backside.
But yeah, 93's first steps aren't forward; they're like diagonally to the right into Cryer for some reason.
And because you're in man coverage,
Adam, what do you see there? What the hell are they doing?
Well, I agree with Kev. It looks like there should be a looper, but there isn't one. So I don't know if it is. Is that a Desir twin?
Yeah, 93 is good. So Cryer's got the edge.
You guys want to know something else that's fun?
Yes.
You get 3. There's a busted coverage here too, because there's 3 guys manning up 2. But I'm pretty sure this is cover 1 rat. So there should have been a guy in the middle of the field. So then Omar Graham just ends up out here all by himself, not defending anything. So I don't know.
And other than the play to Reed, where they had the nice fake to the outside to the inside, Pitt's not doing anything. They're just letting you immolate. They're letting you pour gasoline on yourself and light on fire.
And this is why you've been dropping deep. What I don't understand, and this wouldn't actually fix this problem.
We got a free release.
I don't understand why he's 40 yards back. Like, I just don't get that.
I'm okay with him being 40 yards back. You've got a collision. Is that Cottrell? He's got a collision. He can't. Yeah, boom! Just put a hand on him. Yeah. This isn't a completion if you do.
No, just no contact at all. But once again, walk on backer.
This is where Blake earlier tried to collision and carried him too deep, and then I don't remember what happened after. But
yeah, the thing that's hard is that, like, man, these are fundamental stuff.
It's basics.
Yeah. He still almost won this game.
Gonna be nice.
Hey.
Had that covered, right?
Look at this. 2 backers, both on the back. Whoever doesn't get back spies the quarterback. He goes this way. This guy picks him up. This backer debates abandoning his spy responsibilities. He thinks about it. he considers it, but
He
then
fakes.
pops back.
He fakes about
He
faking.
fakes left.
Wait a minute. He doesn't fake. Nobody fakes. This is a water boy, dude.
I don't want to see a pair of linebackers that aren't these two touch the field.
Stop it. Stop.
He
Yeah.
fakes.
We just saw Omar Graham mess up.
He fakes. He doesn't fake.
Let's not get carried away.
Intentional grounding.
No, that doesn't count. Do they get this? No.
Getting a little pass rush now.
Wearing him out. It's because I think you actually run the first successful stunt all game.
Tail end of the third quarter. Yeah, look what happens when the guy gets inside.
Oh no, and then he screwed up because he jumps inside.
You run the same scissor stunt.
Bait.
They run the same scissor stunt so much, and this tackle has never once
Fell for it.
kept his outside contained. This guy has never once done it. This is the closest you get. And he bites inside.
But like you said, Adam, why jump inside, dude? You were so close to having it.
We almost ran the stunt that they run almost every play right once.
Oh, they had a free runner there.
Pressure.
Now is this
for naught?
Is this where they get your boy number 41, right?
Yeah.
And that's the talent. That's the talent thing we were talking about. God, if I was, I'd spam this against Florida State all year, dude.
That's easy. It's because you got to play man.
If Tony White had hair, he would have lost it.
I do feel bad for him.
Yeah.
So I actually
he's making a lot more money than us, but yeah,
I don't feel bad for him, but I mean,
I know what you mean.
He doesn't really deserve.
You can feel that the hands are tied by
this. This actually, I think, is the personnel you've got to do. You put someone like Omar Graham at rush end at this point because you're not getting anything out of anybody else. You go dime. You put a safety here because he can at least run with a running back, and you have one linebacker that can hit somebody.
I wonder if they can take advantage of you in the run game.
Yeah, I mean that's the downside, right? They run at Kirkland as soon as
your hands are tied. Yeah, and he's kind of sort of there. He just doesn't hit anybody.
Well, that was Barker earlier in the game. They did some of that with Barker, and he I don't know if he got dinged up or what happened to him, but Jesus, get him on the ground.
Man, I thought they were going to the top of the field from the start of that play.
Yeah, you got.
Okay, he's kind of got. Oh my God, make the play, bro! Like you did it. You did the thing.
Yeah, they're actually rushing with good integrity.
Yeah.
You put your linebackers in. But a lot of your linebackers are probably better defensive ends.
Yeah, but he fights to the outside. He almost does it, and then they make the losing play right at the very end.
Huh. Mike Norvell losing play. They're almost synonymous.
Oh, you're there. Come on, get it. I forgot what happened in these plays. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Made it hard. No one left their man, just all by himself.
24-20, they get a field goal.
I've wanted to see FSU in tight front for a long time, and not like this.
Not like this. I thought Lyons hit the guy on the edge pretty. Did he?
Yeah, Lyons does his job.
Where the heck is everybody else?
Yeah, we're standing at 4 yards instead of coming downhill.
Yep.
Is he playing RPO?
I don't know, dude. He's playing the guy on a pass for sure.
I guess it doesn't really matter.
Apathy. There you go. 8 billion years. Yeah.
Oh man.
Just brutal, right, guys? I mean, do you put it like what? I don't know. We could talk about oh my God, it gets so much more.
I think it goes back to what Kev talked about. Why is Earl Little so deep?
Yeah.
What are you covering? You're covering absolutely nothing.
There's a safety here, Understand where your help is. There's a 20-yard gap here.
You guys talked about it. How many plays have you highlighted where Florida State defenders are covering non-threatened pieces of the field, taking themselves out of the play? There's at least 1 or 2 or 3 every single play where it's like, why are you there? Nothing's going to happen there. And it takes them too long to get to the ball carrier. And it's every play. You guys have pointed out every play.
I get it if there was some sort of clear out. Like if there was some guy, like if this guy just like was sprinting this way and that was causing you to widen, but there's nothing. This is lazy play design and it's working on you. They're just like drive concept. We know that your safeties are non-factor. This is the thing. This is what gets me. This is my conspiracy tinfoil hat.
Okay.
That I don't remember this at Nebraska. I remember their safeties being decently aggressive towards the middle of the field or towards like the intermediate zones of the field. And if anything, they were going to let go of the deep ball. But this looks like how Adam Fuller dropped his safeties.
Adam, why can't Earl Little diagnose what the hell is happening and attack that dude in the middle of the field and like lick his
still in the back pedal in the turn? I don't.
Yeah, but like that's like, dude, that's red. Like if you're really red rum, you're licking your chops. Like I'm going to annihilate this guy.
I mean, he's still in a turn. Like not sure what he's doing.
I don't know who he thinks Pitt has at wide receiver that he needs that 20-yard cushion.
Yeah, the safeties are like playing prevent defense or something. There's like 3 of them all there.
That's how Fuller ran his safeties. It is. I might have to go back and watch. I do not remember Nebraska's safeties dropping that deep last year. Maybe they did. Maybe I'm wrong.
Oh man, where's that? Oh, that guy up the sideline up top was pretty damn open.
They're running some cover 2 here.
There's actually 3 touchdowns. They catch you in cover 2. And you got lucky. Yeah, this quarterback didn't play a perfect game.
Oh yeah, he's like 18. You know, like dude.
Man coverage does look better. They decided they're just going to blitz and play man for the most part.
Still couldn't get there.
They play zone twice and it backfires on them.
Oh, that guy's out of the backfield too. They didn't throw it to him. Okay.
You have such a talent advantage at defensive back that you can man up through mesh against Pitt and not worry about it. That's a great play.
Yeah, that is a good Shaheem sighting. Nice.
Better job spying by Blake Nicholson.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, walk.
Scrimmage.
Still a pretty sick pocket for that hind shoulder throw too, but
hey, you got to stop.
You got a stop against the venerable, deadly Pitt offense. Yep, doesn't make a tackle.
Job.
Yeah.
Safety came down, made a play.
This is a killer. You got good coverage.
Just good throw.
Good throw, yeah.
It's a dime, and he's got no pressure in his face.
Good throw, good catch.
Yeah, that pocket, dude. He looks unbothered back there, doesn't he, guys?
That's the thing is that, like, when you're playing man coverage, you got to hope that he doesn't have all day to make a throw.
Yeah, and your freshman
chip both edges or double both edges, and
your freshman defensive tackles are unfortunately still freshman defensive tackles. They got to own there.
Yeah, that's when you need James Williams to win you a ball game, right?
Yeah, do your job, man. Oh, okay. Not that bad.
Yeah, you're in that dime look again with a safety at linebacker, which I think you're going to see more of.
You bring pressure and you jump up in the air. Sick. So sick, dude, because we'd rather do that than hit somebody.
What is that? What is that?
With hands up, jump up. Oh, my God, Juice. You're better than that, dude.
This would bother me less if we didn't see Blake Nicholson do this exact thing. Is this what they teach? Do they teach the like run and jump drill off
They teach
blitzing
mirror
off
the
edge?
hand, but I don't know why you're mirroring the hand in the air. You don't need to be in the air.
He's not even in his throwing motion. Just hit him. For the love of God.
Yeah, if they laid one on him here, Pitt's in trouble.
That's what sucks, dude, because Tony White has manufactured a couple of free, devastating quarterback hits, and they won't do it, dude. Any of them. Ends, backers, nobody.
I don't understand that one. Yep.
Just
Great job, Earl Little.
Just massive brain fart in the worst situation possible.
Getting a headache. Golly.
Yeah, bro, get them extra yards.
Is this man coverage? Yes.
What?
I
Gotta see who the guy at the bottom of the screen is. What? Hit him, Jerry.
yeah. I mean, I think the bigger problem is that he falls down before the play, and he's in man
Sweet.
coverage on a running back, so he's in trouble. And then
He's in chase mode the whole time.
this is an offensive pass interference, about as clear as day. Actually, you kind of push this guy into pass interfering your
Did
guy.
they call OPI on this?
No.
Okay.
Oh, still should make the tackle. You have 3 guys there.
Yeah, just no, they did not.
I will say in the second half, I do think they adjusted and took away a lot of the easy stuff. There were several things that should have been stops in this drive if your guys just do a basic football play. Nope, that'll do it.
Tight front, we're too tight.
I don't know, man. I feel like I don't feel like I talked that much less in the second half than I did the first half.
No,
Yeah.
They still caught you in man coverage.
I think they were pretty, like you said, marginally better, but still pretty putrid the entire game for a multitude of reasons and a multitude of
That little dime
levels.
package seems to be decent. I'll be curious to see what they can just build off of that, but that's not a full-time answer.
No, you'll get
Not
once
against
again.
any team with an offensive line.
Yep.
Yeah, like you try to run that against Florida or something.
Clemson's going to run for 300 yards.
And that's the end of the game. Penalty.
Wonderful.
Good.
Terrible. So terrible at so many. And you could tell that, like, this defense reminds me a lot of the offense last year. Remember when, like, Mike Norvell was, like, seeing ghosts? Like, we were chasing these, like, play. Like, you felt like a man that didn't have any answers. That's what this defense feels like. They're screwing up man. They're screwing up spy. Their drops are weird. Their instincts are off. They back off when they should attack. They attack when they should back off. They jump when they should probably knock a true freshman quarterback out of the game for no reason. They like to play jazz hands when the guy's not even going back to throw the ball. They're yipped out. The entire defense is yipped out, dude. And it feels so much like the offense last year. But unlike the offense last year, we saw these guys pitch a pretty effort-driven, good performance against a dangerous Alabama offense, which makes it somehow even more frustrating because they've shown the capacity to play hard and aggressive and fast. Gone.
Bye-bye. Out the window.
Not good enough, dude.
Well,
Not good enough.
tape's out there. I mean, tape's out there. People got a scout on you, and your guys aren't thinking very well. They're not processing any of the information that's taking place in front of them very well, and they're limited athletically at the second level, and they have nobody, and I mean nobody up front who can create a consistent pass rush.
That's a fact. And Kev, I'm going to pose this to you. I think Pitt kind of called a bad game. I think that they could have leveraged the man coverages that they had to play with Desmond Reed on the backers more. Like, I think that Pitt left meat on the bone.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Do you think so or no?
it's hard because I do think that there's a world where Blake Nicholson lays that quarterback out off that blitz in the first half, and then Juice Cryer lays the quarterback out in the second half. And we're talking about a completely different game, and FSU wins by 2 touchdowns. Like, it's individual plays like that. This is modern football. The offense is going to have an advantage. They're going to score. You know, like, every defense in the country is in a position where you have linebackers that both have to cover in space and tackle in a box. Like, that's a losing recipe. There's no way that teams can do that consistently, right? But when you get put in a position to succeed, when you get those opportunities to make a pick, to make a sack, to do what you're supposed to do, when you those things add up over time. And I think while Pitt, yeah, maybe I think there were a couple throws that quarterback would like back. I think when I watch this game, I see if FSU just like consistently just did their jobs across the board. I mean, I think that this is a completely different game. I mean, a lot of the yards that Pitt got were because people were just undisciplined doing what they were not supposed to be doing.
After another loss, do you think this team has the capacity, the mental makeup to just do their jobs over 4 quarters consistently?
I mean, you play Stanford. I think you need to just set up an over front in a dime package and play man free and man blitz and just that's it. Like, I don't know. I kind of get what Norvell's saying if he's saying simplify it, but like, gosh, you guys, they got to do their job. They got to play football. They got to, because I mean, Stanford's bad.
You're bad. You're not good.
God, we'll see.
What was the rating you gave last night for the defense, Kev? Were they ranked
for FSU's defense?
Yeah,
I don't think they're as bad as you might think they are.
The numbers you were given last night.
Oh, you're talking about when teams attack FSU's defense, FSU's linebackers, they're real bad.
Do you have them in front of you?
Here, let me go back and find them.
Right now, according to the advanced metrics, FSU's defense is seen as the 48th best defense in the country with a 25th best offense.
What were they? What's the falling been from that? That doesn't feel right.
When the backers are in coverage, they're 110th in time to pressure rate while having the 29th highest blitz rate.
So they blitz. What that means, dear viewer,
FSU is 107th in receiving yards, 111th in yards per reception, 119th in reception percentage, 106th in reception touchdowns when targeting linebackers.
Yeah, so if teams want yards, they target
123rd in yards per play.
That's bad.
Stanford can attack a linebacker.
Jury's out. Put a running back into a route and throw it to him.
I will say, God, we said it before the Pitt game, but this Stanford game, if you don't see any sort of bounce back from this defense, if this is not a multi-touchdown victory, because Stanford is bad, so bad, I'm going to pick Florida State to win a game this week after they've made me look like an idiot the entire season. That's how bad the Stanford team is. So, guys, if they can't impose their will a little bit against this team, then it's bleaker, right? Then it's bleaker than we think. We will talk to you about that, and we will see you bright and late Saturday night. Either way, I got nothing else to say. Fun watch. Keep chopping. See you on Knowles247.com. Love you guys.
Go Red. Go Cardinals.